nerf me. Guys, the month of May is going to be Star Wars themed, okay? We're going to be doing Star Wars characters. Thank you, Fortuitous Traveler. Little one is an absolute sweetie. Very stressful, but she's an absolute sweetie. So I figured, what better way to kick off Star Wars month than doing something quite insane, which is this. Kevin is slightly higher, Quoth. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. So so it's gonna be themed Star Wars. We're gonna do a couple of Star Wars characters is the goal. We'll have a nematode Star Wars character as well. Clothing, yes, they are. They are very. Hi, Dacum. Hi, Dacum. How you doing, Dacum? You have new animation stuff. Yes, Fortuitous Traveler. We have lots of new stuff. Hello as well, V. How you doing, V? We do like to start with predictions here, especially on art streams, is how many arts will we get done with today? Because it's always a question of how many we get done.
Huge.
So y'all can go ahead and vote and try to figure out on how many things that we get done today. Gwen likes to predict 10, others like to predict 2 to 1. There's a gambit across there. The other thing we're going to be doing tonight, folks, is after the stream, we're going to end around 8:30. And then we're going to have a movie night on Discord at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. We're going to be watching the cinematic masterpiece, The Mummy, starring Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz, Arnold Vosloo, and Oded Fair. At 9 p.m. We're going to be watching that on the Discord. So get your popcorn ready for the evening. And have fun with it. So V, I got my haircut on Friday, and then chat laughed at me saying that I had a mullet on Friday. Hi, Godally. And then yesterday chat reaffirmed that I had a mullet. So I went into the bathroom after stream and took like nose hair trimmers, like the small scissors, and I cut my hair. I cut my hair back. So Gwen, Debs, does it look better? I took off like at least an inch, if not an inch and a half. So yeah, I did the trick of like, I pulled it out to try to see if it matched in terms of length, and just, Gwen, I went like this, like I put it into like this, and then I went snip, snip, snip like that. Turn, Debs, no, you get this look, Debs. Humbler John, we're a little derailed.
You are wholesome as ferret. Yay!
So, no, Dacum, I need to make sure that it's at least trimmed back, because there was mullets here, mullet talk and everything, and I can't be Mullet Joe. While I do look silly from time to time, I cannot be a Mullet Joe for y'all. I have to at least keep a sense of SciAnts decor, okay? And I'm meeting Andrew and Thug Shell soon. I cannot have a mullet. Silly V! Chat, if you're not checking out the legendary Silly V, you're not doing live right, please go follow the lovely and amazing Silly V, artist extraordinaire, and Dev. Go check out Silly V. Is it better? Is it better, Debs?
Hello there.
With mullet over? Oh my goodness. Silly V tries to chat. We have Silly V in here as well. I gave it to no coffee. If it actually looked mullety, I didn't want it look mullety. So it was Fortuitous Traveler. There's no bad. Everything's fine. Everything's Gucci. Everything's Gucci. Everything's Gucci. Fortuitous Traveler. No, you Ferris. Ferris, remember, Farron. My God, I'm gonna get it. Farron, because you have that sub, you can also trigger any of those gifts. If you can get some of our animations in. There's seasonal ones too that have been removed. They only come around during Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter.
You can't rush art.
Big Gaming, thank you for the 0 gifts up. Big Gaming to V tries to chat. V, enjoy the ad-free viewing and the emotes made with love, V. Misha, 31, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Speaking of Misha, that reminds me of Misa And Misa reminds me of Gwen's character. So Gwendolyn P, folks, who's here in the chat, recent VIP, recently turned VIP of the channel, has been making demands of me, chat, that I get a SciArt Star Wars piece done this month that is an homage to her favorite character of all time. Any guess?
Balin, the science guy. Balin, the science guy.
SciAnts rules.
Balin, the science guy.
SciAnts is a partner on Twitch. With lovely wife Lita.
Balin, the science guy.
Nicely timed, V. So Gwendolyn P, chat, demanded a Jar Jar Binks, and we have a Jar Jar Binks Antonia that we'll be working on. That'll be the second item if we get to it today. Will be the Jar Jar Binks Antonia for Gwendolyn P, because without you know, Gwen demanded that there be ants, not butt spot. Thank you, says I am. Gwen was like, I require a Jar Jar Binks Antonia. I know, Gwen. I know, but Gwen, I have a... Gwen, I have an idea, okay? Gwen, I have an idea, which is why I'm working on this one first. Gwen, my idea is pretty straightforward. Oop, wrong line. What I would like to do, Gwendolyn P... No, it should be the right curve. I don't know why it's not working. Aha, there we go. Gwen, what I would like, Gwendolyn P, is that we animate this piece. I would think it would be hilarious to have Antonia and Kevin in a duel. Maybe I'm the only one who would think that would be really, really funny. But I would really chuckle at it. So that's what I'm thinking, Gwen. And then we will also, of course, be working on the other character for you, the Jar Jar. Absolutely, Gwen. Gwen, we might not get to it tonight. I don't know, because we do have to do... We have movie night tonight. Again, we're going to be watching one of Gwendolyn P's favorite movies, the cinematic masterpiece, The Mummy, starring Brendan Fraser, Rich Wise, Arnold Vosloo, and Oded Fair tonight on the Discord. Make sure y'all come out for movie night. We'll have popcorn virtually, of course, so that, you know, you don't spread any germs and, like, all the fancy things. So, again, everybody, welcome on in. Welcome in, everyone. And for those of y'all new here, why do I do the art in this particular manner? Instead of using the fill tool, I like to use the oil paintbrush. And the oil paintbrush makes it far easier to blend the colors. It also gives it a much more natural feel at the end, and that's why we end up doing it like this. Of course, nothing wrong with doing it any other way. This is just my personal preference. I find that some of my shadow lines, if I do the fill, it doesn't end up looking as good, at least in this program. Eric saw I'm really trying to have a good one, Fortuitous Traveler. Thank you for stopping on by. Have a great rest of your day. Oh, says I am. You got to poke a start first, says I am, and get yourself some Pokemon to kick off your Pokemon journey. There we go, Chikorita. That's a good poke start, says I am. Now you can catch the Pokemon. Or Pokemons even. Chat, speaking of cool stuff, a couple of other people. Who destroyed Darth Maul? Was it Obi-Wan or Gandalf? It was Obi-Wan. But it wasn't Smikes up until the TV show Star Wars Rebels that happened. Before that, actually, Maul came to be a head of a crime syndicate. Guys, please go follow Irish John Games as well. Jern is a game dev extraordinaire working on a game called Rise of Piracy. Please go follow our friend Jern. Never ever be disappointed with Jern, so please go drop him that follow. So yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and try to get this one animated. I still actually have a backlog of things that need to be done. For example, there was Gwen asked for the Mummy character that we made to be animated. Hi, Coffee Rocks! Welcome in, Coffee Rocks. Gwen asked for the mummy characters to be animated. I also have a band character to still animate, and then there's probably a ton of other stuff. I am behind, y'all. Again, the flood kind of nerfed my schedule this past week, as did Lita's insurance issue, which is not yet resolved, which is quite unfortunate. But yes, all right, absolutely. So Ariella, these are the ones that we use. There we go. No, you haven't missed the prediction. The prediction's still going, Daybreak. It goes for 30 minutes. It goes for 30 minutes. Supposed to be face paint? No, that's his skin. So, Smikes, that is the species that Maul is, and that's what their skin looks like. And actually, fun fact, Smikes, fun fact, during filming, the actor Ray Park forgot to take out his earring. He was supposed to take out his earring, and he left it in, his top ear, and that actually, then all subsequent models of the character, whether it be in TV shows or movies or anything, had the earring. They don't. Some of them have different markings, Mike. Some of them have, like, yellows as well. Farron says, I've got to get going, but having... going right now, we're having a movie night in Discord, but thank you for being so welcoming. Kind of make sure to catch a future ad. Thank you so much again, Farron's, and let's go ahead and get you another shout out. The lovely Farron's cabinets right here. Thank you again for the raid and for sharing your work and for joining our community. Really appreciate you. And it's, yeah, beautiful art. I love the little cabinets. They're so cute. Oh yeah, which movie? Farron, which movie are you watching? How funny it would be, Chad, if they were also watching the cinematic masterpiece, The Mummy. Fern, wait, is it Fern? Oh, Fern Gully? Oh, no. Farron, that's so sad. It's stressful. I mean, don't get me wrong, the villain is amazing. The oil villain is really, really cool and really well done. It just is very stressful. But have fun. Have fun. Please have fun. Lito was actually saying the same thing. Saying I don't have enough fungus. Daybreak, you can, if you refresh the page, Daybreak, like if you're in the phone in the app, that can fix it. Otherwise, it could be being a silly willy, Daybreak. Which, you know, is known to happen. I mean, I am too, but I will buck you. Unfortunately, I will buck you. You can see who was first right above me. Today was Hugh Funking Hewitt was first today. I will buck you. Hugh Funking Hewitt got the first. We have receipts. We have receipts. Welcome back, Daybreak. I'm so sorry, I will buck you. Listen. Don't be sad. It's okay. Totally okay, I will buck you. We love you still. We love you. Our love is not dependent on you being first. Hugh hasn't gotten first in a long time. Yes, there's also no reason to rage. We did have Gwen be first today, or yesterday, by the way. Gwen was first yesterday. Didn't put the number first time, didn't take. Daybreak, there's always something with the app, you know? Also, Daybreak, fun story. And this is for anyone who uses the app. Do not buy gift sub, or buy bits on the app. The Hell Ant, you got it, Twitch Addict. We can do that, Twitch Addict. Let me just add in the final colors here. And we'll throw the Hell Ant under the microscope. Do not buy. Yep, exactly. They charge the app processing fee on you, Daybreak, and that is I understand why that's done because it would eat into other profit margins, but it's just one of those things, and just don't buy it on the app. Okay, we'll save. Let me pull up the microscope. Always beat you the first. I know. I will. It happens sometimes. I will bug. It's not intentional. I mean, a little bit. Let's put this back until one. Travel the world. Yes. I know, Gwen has some really good ideas. Travel the world, the rage emote was also Gwen's idea. Gwen was like, we need an angry emote. We don't have one. Why don't we have one? And I'm like, you're right, Gwendolyn P. You're right, Gwendolyn P. And then I did. I'm going to quickly post this beautiful painting back. Again, folks, if any of y'all interested in these kinds of beautiful pieces of art, please, exclamation point Chris. Smikes will hit it in just a moment. Hi, it's Bubbles! Bubbles, 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 Bubbles. Let's go check out the legendary gamer extraordinaire that is It's Bubbles. There's the link for Chris's work. I'm going to put this back in Baby Alona's room. You can look at the empty chair for a moment. It's a chair stream for just one moment. It was just a second.
You can't rush art.
It was just a second. It was just a second.
We Gucci.
Don't you like me a little bit?
Ew, I don't even like you a little bit.
I heard you like me a little bit.
Please help us.
Thank you for the booties in your face.
Smikes was right. One of my goals today was to move around the microscopes in the room. It did not happen, Smikes. Not for lack of me wanting to, but Lita didn't get up until like 3:30. And by that point, I've already taken Baby Alona on a walk, and then I needed to do some weed whacking in the yard. And yeah, so unfortunately, we did not get to it today, Smikes, but I will be rearranging the room hopefully soon. I need to do it by tomorrow, to be totally honest. There we go. Cool. Hi to all the mods. Travel the world. You can also, if you hit exclamation point mods, or mod love, I think, that'll trigger the animation for them. So Twitch Addict, y'all wanted to see the hell ant under the microscope. This is also Gwendolyn P's favorite. There we go. Favorite sample. So that right there is a 90. Hi there, Martzicos. Thank you for the. It's a 90 million year old ant preserved in amber. Amber is a tree resin, tree sap that when hardens becomes that used commonly in jewelry, even used in like necklaces, bracelets, some with the insects, some without them. It just depends on what you're really into. These samples are obviously with insects. The hell ant is quite unique in how it looks. There's nothing like it in today's world. In particular, zoom in a little bit more. Its mandibles are extremely unique. So, it's these vertical jaws that go up like this are really one of a generation of time. What trouble? Twitch Addict, listen. That is dangerously close to an I'm sorry. It wasn't me, Twitch Addict, but listen, we gotta, you know, gotta be careful. We gotta be careful and make sure that you know there's no sorries here. So these vertical mandibles are used to catch prey, and the hypothesis was that they ate beetle-like creatures. Again, 90 million years ago, we still had dinosaurs around at this time. There's also on this animal a horn located right here. And that horn, we hypothesize, was used to pierce their food. So they ate insects. They couldn't go through the exoskeleton, so they used this horn to plug a hole into the animals to drink the insect blood or the hemolymph, is what we suspect ended up happening with these creatures. And how they hunted. The reason we know that is because there is a sample that was published on that was a piece of amber And inside that piece of amber, we found them catching one of these beetle prey creatures. And that's the only evidence that we know of that they were in fact carnivorous and what they ate. In terms of colony size and how they lived, again, all we have to go off of is amber. There are very few pieces with multiple ants, and that would suggest that they didn't live in very dense colonies. There are pieces of amber with other species of ants and the hell ants in there, but in terms of like a swarm of them preserved, we don't have anything like that. So the numbers game is very thinly known, if at all. It's, again, there's hypotheses like maybe it had a lot of individuals, but it's not really well fleshed out and thought through in terms of what exactly is happening on that front. And as to for why they went extinct, the prevailing hypothesis right now is that these mandibles are extremely specialized and their prey started to die out during probably some kind of climate transition. And because they were so specialized, as soon as their prey were killed, their mandibles became a disadvantage and they couldn't... Like, evolution is slow acting, right? And so there weren't enough individuals in the population that had smaller mandibles that then they could be caught of over and over. There were no traces of ants immediately afterwards. That's the other big thing too, Coffee Rocks, is between 90 million years ago and about 45, we have a large gap in amber records. So in terms of sample collections, there's almost nothing during that time. So when these animals went extinct is currently unknown as well, which is frustrating, right? Because I think it would be really cool to be able to see something like that and see, if you could track, okay, here's when we stopped finding them, or here we started to find ones with smaller mandibles, but maybe it was too late for them to start having shrinking mandibles. And again, that would occur as if there were individuals in this population that had smaller, less exaggerated mandibles, and they were the ones that survived to pass on their genetic information, and that would have been an advantage in terms of fitness. That is all hypothesis right there. We have no evidence of it either way, but it's just something still cool to think about. And then another, of course, cool component, we do think that because these animals are ancestors of wasps, they have more wasp-like bodies. So actually, if we zoom out a little bit more, let's adjust the focus. That abdomen looks like it's got a stinger at the tip as well. And it's very much in the form of its body structure is more wasp-like, which makes sense based on the evolutionary history. So wasps are the evolutionary precursors to ants and bees. And so having this kind of body plan where it's very wasp-like makes sense in terms of evolutionary timing. Most have been intimidated by an ant for sure. So Ariella, they're not huge. There are, we can measure with our ruler, King Charles III. They're about 1 centimeter in length. So I guess for a regular ant, they are large, but leafcutter soldiers are even bigger. Those leafcutter soldiers are, say, about 2 to 3 centimeters, with leafcutter queens being 3 to 4 centimeters in length. So they get much bigger. Learning new facts about ants. I didn't know this. I love your ant facts. Thank you, I will buck you. Please ask, and you will get more facts. All the facts. Hi, Jomio, oh Jomio, wherefore art thou, Jomio? Deny thy father, infuse thy name. It's Jomio, it's Jomio, it's Jomio. Chad, if you're not checking out legendary breathtaking Jomio, now doing life right, he's a breathtaking artist extraordinaire. There is the fancy fan shout out, but I will beat Smikes on the regular shout out to get his link tree right there. Click the link tree to do all the fancy things. He does have a new Instagram, folks. Please go follow him on his new Instagram because he had to restart it because he got shadow banned and a bunch of different things because people were being naughty online, left, right, and center because it's England and you know how the English people are, but it's fine. He got a new one. It's good. It's Gucci. It's lovely. Jomio is very upset today, but I'm laughing. I'm sorry, Jomio. I'm sorry, Jomio. Are you feeling all right, Jomio? Jomio was not happy today. Not happy today, chat. West Ham United got a very naughty goal. It's true. How are you guys? The category? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's absolutely not, Jomio. Nope. Absolutely not, unfortunately. Absolutely not. Jomio, listen. I am a bad Man United fan because I want Newcastle to get in the Champions League, Jomio. And so when they lost today and then United lost, I'm like, okay, that's still keeping the gap. I know I shouldn't think like that, Jomio, but it's just where my head goes. Homo Cavalier, do you have a paper? Yes, I do. I will get you the paper in just one moment. I'm going to jump over to the other chair as soon as Twitch Addict, if you are satisfied with this piece, I will jump over to the other chair and we'll take a look at the publication. And I'll post a link in the chat. And Homo Cavalier, I'll also post it in the Discord as well in case you missed the link in the chat. But just letting me know, Twitch Addict. If Twitch Addict is Gucci, then that. Being cool in chat is part of why I'm here. Daybreak, you're very cool. Did anyone even say it, Daybreak? A lot of people think United are 2-3 signings away from competing. We still need a major clear out first before thinking about challenging for the title. Jomio, thank you for thinking with Logicus, Jomio. Because a lot of people are just like, oh yeah, you know, they just need a striker and everything's Gucci. No, you need more than a striker. You need a central defender. You need another midfielder. You definitely need at least a backup goalkeeper, if not a better one. Like, and that's a minimum. That's with no depth to the bench, right? That's just for the starting 11. A few weeks have a major wake-up call for us all. I mean, no, Jomia, you can't legislate for the error made today by the goalkeeper. You also can't legislate for Luke Shaw touching the ball and getting a handball. Hi, Andrew CZ. How you doing, Andrew CZ? Twitch chat is frozen. Coffee rocks. No. Is Twitch chat okay for everyone? True Ant indeed. And so, Jomio, had they not lost those games, you wouldn't be so worried. Gucci? Okay.
We Gucci.
All right, let's go over. If Twitch Addict says we're good, we're going to pull up the paper on it. Thank you, Ariella. We're going to pull up the paper on the Hell Ants. And then they actually... Mama Tats, thank you for thanking Risto for the gift sub. They actually had a really nice publication on these studies. Let's go ahead. Pull this up. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Twitch Addict. They had a really nice pub on these. Let's go to Scholar. I might actually have it up. Although I might not have it saved. Some of these I have saved. Like, these papers are ready to go, but I don't think I have it up anymore. I don't think I have it up anymore. We'll find it again. So, Hell and Hammer. Ooh. I believe it's this one in current biology. Yep, it is this one. So I will put the paper here into the chat. So Cavalier, that's the paper, and I'll throw it into the Discord as well under the mentioned on stream tab on the Discord if anyone's interested. And I'll show you really quickly the images as well. What they did was they looked into and did some scans of the amber. So this is that amber specimen. And so Cavalier, what's cool about this is it actually caught the animal mid-bite as it's tracking its prey. And that's why we suspect that they were carnivorous, and how they hunted with their mandibles is because of this piece of amber. Now, there's not a lot of these in existence. I actually don't know of if there's another piece of amber that's like this one here, that's actually showing that hunting behavior. If there is, it might be on the black market, unfortunately. There's a lot of amber that's smuggled out of China, like with not the appropriate permits, and they never end up into the hands of scientists, which can be really frustrating, because it's like they're very scientifically valuable. Yeah. Cavalier, I hope that answers your question. If you have any questions about these, the paper is actually quite good. It has several evolutionary figures as well, so like this family tree or phylogenetic tree that we have here. looks and shows off the mandibles and throughout evolutionary time there as well. I have to pop out for a bit, but I'll be back. Hopefully later today, definitely not next stream. Thank you so much, Ariella. We do stream most days of the week on the Discord. The stream schedule is put up every Monday morning. But usually we do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. We usually do those 5 days. We used to do 7, but then I had the little one, and it changed a little bit. I think Rivalry has breeded a new SciAnts enthusiast. Uh-oh. Wait, Coffee Rocks, what do you mean? Coffee, we have Rivalry here? Coffee, we have friendlies here, possibly, potentially. Guys, go check out Ariella again. On the path to getting that 50 followers, so it can be Twitch affiliate, and then we can get Ariella emotes, which I believe will be breathtaking. So go check her out. Let's get her up to the 50 followers, so we can go push over that line for affiliate. Oh, look at that! There's the link tree. Look at that! Look at that beautiful link tree. There's a website, Google Scholar as well. Look at all these fancy pants things. Stickers! There are some stickers here. Look at those stickers. Apparel, too. There's clothing. Just razzing. I got you, Coffee Rocks. Oh my god, that's hilarious. That is hilarious of a shirt. Well done. Hi, Jojo Linard. How you doing? Look at this shirt. Hot Vax Summer. That's hilarious. Yes, they were holding out on us, Smikes. Look, what are we going to do? What are we going to... Some people just can't just decide they won't share with us, Smikes. How dare? How dare, Smikes? How dare? Some people who just want to show off. In process of making a friend... Oh, the fourth... Yes. Ariella, we would use Fourth Wall, but we also need a website. That is the reason why we have not gone through the Fourth Wall. But I very much do enjoy what people have been doing there. Planning to smoke a vigilante, collect samples, and be going. Look, Daybreak. I would never say no to that, Daybreak, because I feel like you have the power to do this. Congress referred to Berlin always being. Well, look, Jomio, listen, I can't help the fact if some of your regulars are just not fast enough sometimes. Can't help that, Jomio. Can't be helped. Oh, so no, Ariella, when you do stuff through Fourth Wall, my understanding is they make you like have your own link that's run through them, and then they're the ones who are like in charge of it. And I don't know if you can have other pages on there as well. Get them, but other than that, I don't know what you said. You got this, Daybreak. You got this. You got this, Daybreak. Yeah, for those of y'all coming on in, we're working on a Star Wars piece. We're drawing something new this month for SciArt Sundays. We're trying to do themed months. So we're going to have a themed month of Star Wars for May. June will be Marvel, DC for July. And then we have a bunch of other ones on the menu. We have classic video games. We have Harry Potter. We have anime that was suggested. A bunch of other things were suggested for those things. Classic Disney cartoons. Website through WordPress, and I set up a Fourth Wall as a subdomain. Okay. Gotcha. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ariella. Yeah, because Fourth Wall they also run through Printful, which is what we use. It's just they just do it. They have you do an interview and run like for streamers and everything. Is my understanding. Some of our friendos use Fourth Wall, and again, like it's nice quality because it's running through Printful, which is they have some really nice shirts and whatnot that we have. And again, Twitch Addict, thank you for the redemption. Let me make sure. Let me switch back to art. There we go. I even switched the categories, Twitch Addict. I'm so proud of myself. Daybreak. The difficulty is, I find Daybreak is what to get and how much to get and how much to originally have and how much to invest in it at the beginning, and then it's just a bunch of other stuff. Sputnik! Sputnik, Fiona is upstairs. Sputnik, I can give you the ferret. I'm so sorry, Sputnik. We'll sleep now. We'll see you next stream as well. Bye. Goodbye. I will buck you. Thank you for hanging with us. Appreciate you. Thank you, Sputnik. I'm so sorry, Sputnik. Ever since the little one was born. Ever since the little one was born, Sputnik. Thank you, Dakum. I've been forgetting to bring down Robert and Fiona every day. T got the doctor. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Doctor. Hope you're doing well today, Doctor. We're working on our Star Wars Antonia and then a special Kevin as well. And Dakum, listen, Dakum. I know you're worried about Kevin being a Sith Lord in this, but Dakum, I have an idea. We're recreating the battle between Obi-Wan and Darth Maul in this piece, right? But Dakum, what if we recreated a second battle? What if we did Antonia as Darth Vader and Kevin as Luke, and we redid that battle? What about that, Dakum? Would that be appropriate? Would you be okay with that, Dakum? And that way, there's some good left in Kevin. There's good left in Kevin. Jomio's okay with it. Jomio, this is the art for today. Lurking while watching hockey. Enjoy the hockey, Dakum. Make sure the sticks go flying. Or pucks or something. I don't know. You love it? Daybreak. The other one is, I don't know, Daybreak, if you saw this one, but Gwen demanded there be Jar Jar. Darth Kevin's... Jomio, listen, no one knew that they needed Kevin in their life. Jomio. But then, even less so, no one knew that they needed a Sith Lord version of Kevin in their lives. And then we'll do the light side as well, Jomio. I'm liking this idea.
You can't rush art.
Sometimes Big Gamey. Can't rush art because you're meant to be. Oh my God, I'm sorry, Big Gamey. Big Gamey's like, oh, you can't rush art, but maybe you should. Maybe you should. Maybe possibly, potentially, maybe you should. Here we go. I'm working. All the more heartbreaking for Kevin. Listen, Jomio, there is anger against Kevin from Smikes. He and Kevin have beef. Jomio. That's why next year, Jomio, for our 1-year partner affiliate or partner anniversary stream, we're gonna have another art in your style. But Smikes really wants it to be Kevin in your style. Flicks flood fill button. Don't joke about that, Big Gamey. Big Gamey, there's already a flood here. Whichever is more powerful, make that Kevin, because Kevin is far superior. Oh my goodness. NMD, welcome home. You have the kitty cat. NMD, how is Marley doing? For those of you who don't know, one of our lovely mods, NMD96, who is on her partner push, so please go follow the lovely and amazing NMD96. She has a new cat by the name of Marley. NMD96, NMD is how you say hero. So please go follow NMD96. Twitch Addict. Oh my goodness, you got it, Twitch Addict. We have not had a ferret redeem in a while, Twitch Addict. Alright. Hold on, let me just finish the face, and then we'll get the ferret for Twitch Addict. My goodness. It has, it's Big Game, it's like the song. It's been a while. Alrighty. Look at that. Marley had a stressful time in the carrier. I tried to keep him in the bathroom at first to explore it, and we got to adjust the video when it's explore. But hey, that's good. I'm glad he's enjoying it. That's very good news. That's very, very good news. Alright. There we go. Alright. Light side and dark side, y'all. Light side and the dark side. Thank you, Smikes, for hitting that marker. I am sure that Debs will be very grateful for it. Ferret has some points. Ferret has been Not, like Twitch Addict said, there's been a little gap there in the request for the ferret. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. My voice is only ever so slightly tired, but it's all good. Yeah, Daybreak, just let us know if you need anything, and we will do whatever is needed, Daybreak. I know what Gwen's thinking right now, too. She's like, chop, chop, streamer, chop, chop. Yes, Gwendolyn P. Yes, Gwendolyn P. And then, y'all, we got to get ready for movie night, too. I know Andrew's bringing a fancy food item. He's bringing, I think, a meat and cheese plate. I think I'll bring some popcorn. I think Gwen was going to bring some Colombian popcorn. This is far superior to the American popcorn. Be a lot of different things that we'll be bringing. Epico Sam, thank you for the biddies, Epico Sam. And for the lurk, Epico Sam. Hoping Epico Sam, you're doing well, Epico Sam. Sam likes to sneak in here with lurk. Welcome back, Epico Sam. Sam, did you just lurk to unlurk? Sam, that's very silly. That's very silly. I think Sam just wanted to make sure that we do this, which is fine. Which is fine. Which is fine. We love you, Epic of Sam. We love you, Epic of Sam. But you don't have to grab my attention with the lurks. You can just say hi, and then you know I'm gonna do the thing, Epic of Sam. It's fine, Epic of Sam. It's fine. Epic of Sam, are you coming to the movie night, Epic of Sam? No pressure at all, though, Epic of Sam. No pressure at all. But we'll be watching the cinematic masterpiece, The Mummy, tonight on the Discord. I'm actually really excited about watching it. I almost watched it last night, in fact. But then Lito was like, no, it won't be. Starring Crom Cruise? Absolutely not. For once, I bet once. So take your time, cough your hogs. It's like, come on, Belen. Just one time, do it right. The Tom Cruise one. Smikes, how dare. How dare Smikes. Smikes is like, oh, I dare. Oh, I dare. Haven't seen The Mummy in ages. It's a cinematic masterpiece. Hold on, let's see. I just want to make sure I'm getting the right color here. And Star Wars. Hold on. I know we had a Star Wars scene earlier. Is it the Marvel one? And then I need a Star Wars one. There we go. Okay. Just making sure on one of my colors. I thought I had it right, but we're good. Why don't? No distractions he wants to finish too. Why don't Muggles have the right lightsabers like the Imperial Guard? I don't know what that question means, Mikes. Lurk for reals now. You got it, Epic of Sam. Getting ready for stuff, but I want to say at the party peeps, enjoy Epic of Sam. Enjoy. Mama Tats, where do we go watch the movie? It'll be in the Discord, Mama Tats, at 9 p.m. Eastern. So that's at about 2.5 hours. Be a channel in the Discord that we'll be watching it in. So it's called Watch Party, and right next to it is Watch Party Chat. For some reason, I don't know how to tag the Watch Party channel in an announcement, but I can't do the chat one as well. Why don't normal people have lightsabers? Can anyone get the crystals? Anyone can get the crystals, but wielding a lightsaber, Smikes. While anyone can do it, it takes a whole bunch of training to be able to do so from a Jedi. That's why characters such as General Grievous, which are not Force-sensitive characters, are able to wield the lightsaber if they have appropriate training. He was also cybernetically enhanced, so it's a little bit questionable if he would have been able to do it without it. but I think it's all right, Smikes. Shaka Khan, she uses the Darksaber. There is no one named Shaka Khan, but there is Bo-Katan. That is not actually a lightsaber per se. The Darksaber is a fundamental piece of Mandalorian history, and that is a weapon of Mandalore, and not so much a Jedi weapon. Hi, Agamoga, welcome in. Hi, Blueberry. Yep, Blueberry, you don't have to make it. That's okay. Blueberry, you're not supposed to be here if you're taking a break, Blueberry. As an aside, Blueberry. It must use a crystal, but it might not use that kind of crystal, Smikes. Right? We don't know what flavor of crystal is being used. That's, I think, the next big question, Smikes. Only from Discord? That wasn't clear from your message, though. Be careful. Be careful, Blueberry. The Darksaber was an ancient, unique black saber created by Terra Vizsla, the first Mandalorian inducted into the Jedi Order. It is a lightsaber. Okay, I got you. I got you, Alex. How you doing, Alex Vixen? Hopefully it's time for the movie. You usually use cast to watch movies. Discord don't like me. Uh-oh. Gwen, if you want, I can just narrate for you. Only for you. Gwen will have a private VC where I'll just read out everything to you. Meh. Any update, Alex? Is he doing any better? I think he said he'd be out of the hospital Monday or Tuesday. Hopefully doing better. Crystal Light could work nicely. That's very true. The idea is that anyone can use. Oh, hold on. Chat moving. Anyone can use lightsaber without force sensitivity, but being force sensitive helps you pick it up quicker and be more natural. The idea that you can work hard and wield a lightsaber sends a good message, I reckon. You don't need to be special to be good. Jomio, that sounds like an episode 8 mentality, which I can't approve of, Jomio. I think most likely it's a high skill tool that force help pick it up on the skill and have the reflexes to block shots, but anyone could use it if it's not actually knocked on the floor. There are characters, Daybreak, that have picked it up, like Flynn. Hi, Astronomy Show. Finn picked it up, not Flynn. Finn, even though he was supposed to have a Jedi powers, and then he never was written in as force sensitive, unfortunately. But which one to pull? I'm not sure. Hugh. We can take a look. Not going to give it thick. Oh, I'm sorry, Alex. Alex, I'm in agreement with you about last week dying in a fire. I had we had the basement flood. We had Lita's health insurance taken away from her when she's like in need of medicine and she's out of medication and whatnot. There's a whole bunch of things, Alex, that last week can just go away forever. Never saw what, Daybreak? Episode 8? That's probably for the best. Finn is the biggest wasted potential story of the timeline. Never been teased like it. Yeah, there was nothing to show for it, Jomio. Century samurai swords since Japan. Smikes, they're not samurai swords. They can't be samurai. Which samurai that you know of, Smikes, had lasers coming out of it? And deflecting blaster shots. Star Wars from feudal. It is not from feudal Japan, Smikes. It can't be. George Lucas might be old, but he was not around during that time. He was not Tom Cruise, who was around during The Last Samurai. Thank you, Andrew CZ. Obi-Wan's belt in Japanese, so he has one belt. That doesn't make any sense, Smikes. I know, Daybreak. I'm just giving Smikes a hard time. Original lightsabers were supposed to be melee weapons of stormtroopers. Really? Huh. Not the Jedi. What were the Jedi supposed to have, Alex? Darth Vader's look is Doctor Doom and a samurai. The older costumes that they've done even make it look more like that. That's fair. I don't think he had the mask in some of the OG designs. Melee swords. I mean, they have the melee weapons in episode 7 for a hot second. And then, like Jomio said, like, you know, Finn's good at all of a sudden using the lightsaber, and then he just forgets everything. Steven Seagal should play Star Wars. What does that mean, Hugh? Be in Star Wars? Guys, go check out Astronomy Show. Astronomer extraordinaire. Science communicator. Go check out the lovely Astronomy Show. We love you, Astronomy Show. Hope you're having a good one. Was Yoda's saber short to accommodate his height? It was a shorter saber, Smikes. It was indeed a shorter saber. He can do Jar Jar's character? I don't think so. There's already an actor for that, Hugh. Always, Astronomy Show. Catch me building light daggers? Those could be cool, Daybreak. Those could be very cool. I feel like there were some instances of light daggers in the show. Or maybe I'm totally mistaken on that. Not in any of the movies. I think in like one of the TV shows. Weren't supposed to use weapons. Lucas got the idea a Jedi would look like a space samurai. Watching, I think, Yuruchi needed their version of the katana so stormtroopers lost lightsabers. Gotcha. You bury all your lightsabers in the desert. How dare, Smikes? Sand is coarse. It's rough. Just gets everywhere.
Hello there.
Hi, Music Girl!
Hello there.
Saber at closer range and stealthier.
Hello there.
I think someone must have had a Daybreak in the cartoons. Music Girl, how are you doing? Did you make it back safely? How's Mr. B? How's Jimmy B's weenus? Guys, yesterday Music Girl was on a trip with her students. At 4 a.m. they left. And Jimmy was with her because Jimmy's a kind and breathtaking soul. And I was getting Music Girl to pinch his weenus on the bus. And it chafed, I even think. Can't pinch it because he's driving. Is it chafed now, Music Girl? He made it seem like it was a bit chafed yesterday. Poor Jimmy. Guys, you're not checking out Jimmy B93. Please go follow Jimmy B93. Legendary, extraordinary streamer, leader of the concert hall. They'll be amazing. It's Jimmy B93. They'll be having a special Fall Guys stream this week, I believe, as well. Lightsaber side. That would have been cool, Smike. Although I think... Smikes, I really think that there was someone in the universe that had something like that. Like, Asajj Ventress, I feel like, had the beginnings of what would have been the Psi for it. No, his weenus is not chafed. Really? Music Girl, are you sure? He must have snuck in some hydration on them. That's too bad. That's too bad. Music Girl, I fixed my hair because Gwen and Debs said that I had a mullet the other day, so I went into the bathroom and cut off part of it. They're an enforcer. Maybe that was a spin-off series. I can't remember, Sputnik. I feel like there was something with these like variations of the blades. Daybreak, there was also the lightsaber that was converted into a blaster as well. So Ezra Bridger had a lightsaber shooter item. Lightsabers are not just swords. They are light claws, light daggers, light side, light bow, variable blade sabers. Okay, so there are a bevy of them. 20 years into this... Smikes, it just depends on the coin. Thank you so much, Big Gamey. Big Gamey's just reminding us about the weenus. I love Ezra's... Andrew, I did not know that you watched Rebels. Andrew, you just became even cooler, sir. Thank you, Andrew CZ, for putting up with my madness. High tactics! Rebels was pretty cool, although I will say, Sputnik, I was most excited about the return of older characters for the most part in that TV show, which I feel like shouldn't have been where my excitement was mainly coming from. I should have been really just excited to have... I mean, I did grow to love the new characters, but... Double-bladed lightsaber is light bow if the weapon cannot be split into two smaller sabers. I like it when they can split it. It's like Maul's. Too much Star Wars to keep up with now? There's not, Smikes. Smikes, you just need to stop working. And then you have all the time. Concerned about losing power with a haircut? What do you mean? My power? No. It's astronomy show. I got haircutted on Friday, but then everyone said that I look like I'm a whiskey tango fella with my extra hair, and so then I cut it myself to appease everybody. Samson? I have no idea what Samson is. Can't understand The Mandalorian without watching cartoons and things. Well, that's why, Smikes, I don't know why you're so far behind, Smikes. My Hunter Jedi uses light claws. Alex, what does that mean? Which game is that in, Alex? I forget. Is that like in one of the MMO RPGs? Sam's like the biblical. Oh, God. Okay. Sorry. Andrew, I could have sworn I read it as Simpsons. And then I thought it was like some kind of cartoon that y'all were talking about. I'm like, oh, I don't know what that is. Sorry. I was like, Shirley. And don't call me Shirley. This is some kind of pop culture reference that I am not understanding of. Like if it's a song like Smike says, and I have no idea what this is. I've actually, Smikes, never met anyone by the name of Regina. As hard as that may to believe, Smikes. Never ever. Star Wars TTRPG personal. Oh, gotcha. Personal running years. Gotcha, Alex. Very cool. There were some MMORPGs as well, Alex, where you can design your own Jedi that always looked really cool, but then I think they discontinued it. I think it's Star Wars Galaxies was one. Yeah, Lita said the only reason. Well, I mean, no, Lita didn't say this. I joke with her. The only reason she loves me is because of my hair. But Astronomy Show, I needed to get a haircut. I'm meeting Andrew soon. In Astronomy Show, I cannot look goofy. I cannot look goofy for Andrew. I don't want to disappoint him. I've lost my cat in my apartment. At least it's in your apartment, MMB. Cannoli may have taken her. Yeah, Astronomy Show. Can you imagine I take a picture with Andrew and I have this just giant head of hair and he's just embarrassed to take a picture with me? Because last time we met, I was too nervous to ask him because we didn't really know each other and like we weren't yet like, you know, really good friends, and now we are, and it's a whole thing. I got the best haircut of my life on Tuesday. Nice. Hi, Towards Night. Guys, go follow Towards Night. He did something naughty today. Towards Night did something very naughty today. Please go drop him that follow. I know what you did, Towards Night. I know what you did. Just so you know, it's not a secret. Okay? Towards Night. Professor Knight. I saw... Was he using his pecs? So, Astronomy Show. He gifted a sub to Stream Elements in Thug Shells' stream. And he clicked the gift button with his pectoral. I saw him do it. I saw him do it. And it was before he went live. He thought he had his camera off, but I saw him do it. And he went, joom, joom, joom. And then I was like, ah! I saw him do it. Galaxies 1, it was good. I just needed some trainer NPCs. In Galaxies. You have to find a player willing... Oh, you have to find a player willing to teach you that skill. Knights of the Old Republic is still running as far as I know. Pay to play. Is it really? I had no idea it was still running, Alex. I know Galaxies was shut down. I wasn't aware of the other one. But yeah, Towards Night, we I'm keeping... I have tabs on you, Professor Knight. I saw what you did to Stream Elements, and I saw how you did it with your pectorals. Guys, go check out Towards Night. Freestyle rapper extraordinaire, also musician.
It's Gucci, eh?
He's very Gucci. He plays the piano, he plays the guitar, he sings, he dances, he makes ice cream with his pectorals, and he does a bunch of other things as well. Got extremely drunk last night and Hug KMP and... oh! And Ugga Mugga, how was it... Was it a nice hug? Was everyone okay? Ugga Mugga, you can't leave me on a cliffhanger. Is everyone Gucci? Ugga Mugga? Good night, Illy-you. Yep, it's at the Moko. Nice. Main game of Knights of the Republic is free. There's a lot of the high-end content behind the paywall. How much, like roughly, Alex, are we talking about? Some Star Wars art today. It is SciArt Sunday. This month will be all Star Wars themed. And we have tonight movie night. So for anyone who's here, we're going to be, after the stream, we're going to have a little bit of a break. And then 9 p.m. Eastern tonight, we're going to be watching a movie on the Discord, the cinematic masterpiece, The Mummy, starring Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz, Arnold Vosloo, and Oded Fair. So if y'all want to join us on the Discord for movie night, you're more than welcome to. We'll have virtual popcorn. All the accoutrements that you need for a good movie night will be there. And it is a cinematic masterpiece. It's one of Gwen's favorite movies. No sorries, Crafty Lori. Pretty well, especially for the most part, especially my weenus. Still recovering from Eunice Girls' field trip yesterday. Just got back from one of my colleagues' birthday celebrations. Oh, was this the work person, Jimmy? The work lady, Jimmy B. The rude work lady, who's known by a very naughty phrase. Jimmy, is it that one? The naughty phrase lady? That one, yes. I wasn't gonna say it, Music Girl. I wasn't gonna say it because she's known as the naughty phrase of a work wife. I hope it was good though, Jimmy. And her family, that's very awkward. That's very awkward, Jimmy. She's my new best friend. Oh my god. How's that a naughty phrase? Because Jimmy's with Music Girl, Smikes. Obviously. I went with it. I know, it's even stranger than Music Girl. I don't even know what to say, Music Girl. I'm just forsaken. I'm just confused. Hi, Carlo. Good evening, Dr. Hansen. No, Carlo, listen. Stream Scribe, how are you doing? Welcome in. Carlo, I got haircutted on Friday, Carlo. Okay? And Carlo, you know what ended up happening was I thought that it worked. I thought that I got haircutted okay, but see, I thought I was looking like kind of alright because I'm gonna meet Andrew soon, Carlo, and I was like, yeah, I want to look handsome. And then Carlo, I come on the stream, and it turns out I look like Whiskey Tango. Guys, please go check out the lovely and amazing the Stream Scribe, aka Carlo. Now, Stream Scribe, I thought maybe, possibly, potentially, I just looked a little bit silly willy, and like it was a function of the hair cutting from that day. Like maybe if I washed it, it would turn out fine. So Carlo, I come back on the stream on Saturday, and still, Gwendolyn P is like, hey, Whiskey Tango. I'm like, oh my god. So Carlo, it turned out that there was a mullet left in the background. So last night, Carlo took my hair and I took some scissors to it. And now I'm told it looks a little bit better today. But yeah. Just cut it clean off. No idea what's going on back there right now. I know I don't have any bald patches back there. But it's probably very uneven. And very goofy. But I couldn't have Gwendolyn P and Debs call me Whiskey Tango. Carlo. Carl's like, hi everyone, and Smikes, excuse me? It's not an accent at all. Shane the Barber, yeah, Crafty Lori, I'm surprised because he's always done a really good job, and I just didn't register in my head that it was long. Like I assumed it was just some kind of weird optical illusion in the mirror. I maybe could have gone back, Crafty Lori, but I deemed it as an emergency, and so I just took scissors to it last night. I didn't even tell Lita. She has no idea that I took scissors to my head last night and cut my hair. Croft, you're not wrong. I wasn't supposed to get haircutted on a Friday because no one gets haircutted on a Friday, and I made the mistake of getting haircutted on a Friday, which led to Mullet Joe Whiskey Tango appearance, and it hurt Gwendolyn P's heart and Debs' heart, and I couldn't do that to Andrew meeting him. Right now, contemplating an entire deck of Uno cards printed up special. Every one of them reverses. I'm gonna play 52 card pickup Finally meet, and I'll have my wife passing a huge Nerf gun behind her back while he's picking them up and hit him down again. Okay, Carla. Lovely. Sir, that'll be beautiful. Stream Scribe, I had a beautiful picture with my daughter today. Can I show you this beautiful picture? Wait, can I show you, Carlo? Can I show you, Carlo, the picture of my daughter today? If you're not interested, Carla, it's okay. I don't have to show you. I was very excited for this photo. Little one and I were listening to Thug Shells' new single, and we had a lovely photo. I'm just going to show it anyway, Carla. There she is. We were listening to Thuggy's new song, Money, and it was awesome. And she's just, little one's just smiling ear to ear. She's such a... Where was he? Where was he, NMD? If I don't do it, he'll be left wondering when it's... I know. It'll be a whole thing. It'll be a whole thing. Carlo. It'll be a whole... Like, look, I'll be terrified. The baby... I know, the background is very cute, Carlo. The background is very, very cool. Yeah. She is a pretty cutie patootie. She's a very cutie patootie. She has this overhead toy that's like hangs down stuff, and we were both lying underneath listening to Thuggy's new song. And she was just smiling ear to ear. He had the zoomies, emerged from his hiding spot, now unable to stop purring and rubbing against me. Let's go, NMD! NMD's being a lovely and amazing cat mama, chat. NMD, why are you such an amazing cat mama? Yeah, NMD, brand new cat parent, chat. Brand new cat parent is NMD96. And chat, she's also on her partner push, so please go follow her for her partner push. Okay? Excellent. An 8-year-old cat, it is adorable. Smikes, that is the sign of a really good person. Oh my god, it's the sign of a really good person. We had a person like that who worked down the hall from us. She would only adopt old dogs that no one wanted. And they would inevitably pass 6 months after she got them. But Smikes, that woman gave those dogs 6 months of the best life ever. And I was always just like, you are an absolute saint. And she would pay all their medical bills. She'd get them all the the best food that they needed, like whatever she would do. If they wanted the old dogs, it's not true, because no, Andrew, I guess before she came in, Andrew, there was no one to get those dogs, and she was the one to do it, which is, I think, is beautiful. Just like everyone is, exactly. You're right. You know, Andrew, you're right. You're right, Andrew. Andrew, thank you, sir. Peter has a question. Hello, Peter. How can I gain the Force? Star Wars Force. Peter, that is a great question. Number one, Peter, you have to get the midichlorians into your bloodstream. Peter, midichlorians are not naturally occurring people and molecules on the planet of the Earth. This is very true and very fact. So you will have to travel to the center of the galaxy by the name of Coruscant. And when you go to the center of the Coruscant, then you'll be able to, how you say, the Jedi Temple. And when you go to the Jedi Temple, you go to the base structure of the Jedi Temple, you go of the Jedi Temple, and that will require you with the midichlorians. Then, Peter Simon, you will be able to have the Force, Star Wars Force. This is true, this is fact. We love you, Peter. Yay! Guys, go check out Celestial Bean art. The legendary Bean is here, folks. If you like coloring books, if you like amazing art, if you like goofy goobers, go check out the amazing and breathtaking Celestial Bean art. Hi, Bean. Bean, we're doing something crazy today, Bean. Bean, I've upset Smikes with this piece of art, Bean. I hope you are not offended by it, Bean, but Smikes is very, very uncomfortable by this. Bean, and I don't know what to do, Bean. I don't know what to do. I can't have the mods upset, but it was just a whole thing, Bean, that, you know, he doesn't have joy in his heart from this piece, and that kind of defeats the point, you know. I want him to be happy. I want him to be happy, Bean, but listen, here's why, Bean. I think he's upset about Kevin, Bean. I think he's upset about Kevin here. Bean, we'll play the Duel of Fates and they'll have a lightsaber duel. Because it is SciArt Sunday, Bean, and, you know, we're doing it's Star Wars month, so I had to go with this. Kevin is evil. Well, then Smikes, I don't understand the problem. Smikes just can't be pleased, Bean, you know. Smike, we just want him to be happy and have joy in his heart, Bean, and then he's just not happy. Bean, how the heck are you doing? Bean, we had the your redeemed a couple of times today, the SciAnts streams one that you made, and some people hadn't seen it before, and we got such lovely commentary about it. He was already stream for a while. Hi, Marley! Marley! We're all goofy goobers. Yeah, indeed, Astronomy Show. Astronomy Show, we actually have a command for that. For our friend, it's a Low Mountain Knife Co. sound alert. That's what Low Mountain picked. Low Mountain picked that. Why did he pick it? We'll never know. We'll never know. No idea that's what they were saying. That's okay. I'm sorry, Smikes. Smikes, I'll do better. I'll do better, Smikes, okay? Possibly, potentially, maybe. Say, oh, the non-rock
You don't understand. You don't understand. If you understood, you wouldn't understand.
Andrew, you're in the house. Did you know that, Andrew? Did you know, Andrew, that you're in his house, Andrew CZ? Andrew's in the house, and we love him, in fact. Guys, I'm kind of I'm digging this piece. I know I don't usually say that, but I'm kind of digging the Star Wars vibe of this. It's like it's quantity. It's fair. All the things, Astronomy Show. Welcome back, Crux. Crux, did everything go well? It sounded like you were having a good day today, Crux, which I'm very pleased that you got a nice, chillaxing day. Do you get Crux tomorrow off as well? Bean, I love your face so hard, Bean. Okay, Bean? Okay, great. Bean knows. Most you, Bean, don't you dare. Bean, how are you doing today, Bean? Bean, how are you? How you, Bean? I know that's Best Bean has so many badges next to her name. Smikes, it's crazy time. There's the artist badge. There is the first badge. There's the diamond badge, and then eventually, Smikes, the artist badge will go away, and there'll be a check mark instead. Did you know that, Smikes? That'll be a really cool day, Smikes. Amazing, bro. I hope so. Everything went well. Get tomorrow off to excellent. I'm glad to hear that, Crux. Makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Smikes. Smikes, I try to make things make sense. Not usually good at it, but I do try. I do try, Smikes. All right, y'all. Go ahead and fill in his eye, and then we'll move. We'll do his hair next, then we'll do his coloring at the end. On his body, because that's probably the coolest part. And remember, y'all, I'm not sure if we'll have time. Well, we might have time for a second piece. We'll see. But this next one was a special one for Gwen, because Gwen wanted a Jar Jar Antonia. She said it was very important. She still be our friend? I don't think that Bean is one that who would stop being our friend when she makes partner. I don't think. Any watching Missions Davis on Peacock? I have not, Big Gaming, but I can check it out if you want, if you think it's worthwhile. I've been rewatching Columbo, Big Gaming. WGA strike is breaking my routine. I'm having a not perfect time. I'm so sorry, Allison. I feel that. My basement flooded last week and Lita lost her health insurance. So I feel you on less than ideal stuff happening. But if they just pay the writers a little more, then it'll end sooner. Hopefully we'll get that. Smikes, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Bean won't answer you, Smikes. Bean! Give me some perspective. No, it was a hard week for us last week, Allison. Paying creators what they're worth. Why would I ever do that? I know, Smikes, right? Smikes, I think they said, though, if the 2 days of the strike would have paid their demands on that already. Bean says yes now. Okay, we're all set. We're all set now. Smikes, she said she'll still be our friend. I didn't really question it, but you made me question it for a moment, Smikes. Alrighty, coming together, looking alright, I think. Adding in the detail, we'll do a little bit smaller of a brush for that. Move on to Kevin's hair, and then we'll do the colorings. And then we'll just need to blend everything, and we'll have Darth Maul and Obi-Wan ready to duel. Start with the hair. Usually Corbett takes like little bouts of, I mean Twitch Addict, that's in academia as well. That's why right now there is a hi Mon! How you doing, Mon? There's a postdoc strike.
You are wholesome as ferret. Yay!
It's a crazy Gucci right there. Reign of the Hell Ants. Cavalator. We will have a second. We can do another thing on Hell Ants. So we've played it in that video in the past, but we can do definitely another one on it tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Well, so another one maybe tomorrow. Cavalator, if you're here tomorrow, we can play that video and comment on it and look at the sample a little bit further if you would like. Happy to do it tomorrow. Guys, go check out Everyday Gamer M, aka Mon, game dev and artist extraordinaire, and one of our most favorite Irish streamers as well. Yes, she does in fact have a breathtaking accent. Chat, go check out Mon. Mon, how the heck are you doing today? See, Mon, listen. Mon, Gwen and Debs in chat said that I look like Whiskey Tango because it looked like I had a mullet. And I thought it was just on Friday, Mon. Saturday, we did a stream. And it still looked bad. And so, Mon.
It's good, so it's Gucci.
Mon, I then, last night, cutted the back of my hair by myself. Because I was like, I cannot have them be disgusted in how I look. Especially because I'm meeting Andrew soon, and it's a whole thing that I just can't do it. And so, yeah, Mon, yes, Homo Cavalator, if you come tomorrow we're live at 6:30 for Microscopy Monday. If you come, we'll put the sample under the microscope and we'll watch the video as well and comment on it. And we'll break it down both what's in the data as well as what's in the sample.
Gucci.
If that's okay. If we finish the piece tonight, we can also do it tonight, but I want to make sure to get this one done because Gwen said that she'll lead a riot if we don't get it done. And I don't want Gwen upset, so we just want to try to nail this piece down. It's important, you know. Right? It would not be Gucci, Big Gamey. Otherwise. Hi, Gwen! Hi, Gwen. Gwendolyn P. Oh, I need the red here. Let's see, I think I have a Kevin that we can open up.
My name is Gwen Stacy. I was bitten by a radioactive spider.
Gwen Stacy bitten by a radioactive spider, y'all. Gwen. Poor Gwen Stacy. There's my red. That's what I needed.
Gucci.
Big Gamey, that was a Big Gamey Gucci. Gwen got a diamond, Mon. Gwen got a diamond, and she's very shiny now. She got a lovely diamond. Big Gamey, you're always Gucci, and very handsome, Big Gamey. You know this to be true, Big Gamey.
SciAnts know you. You're the cutest. I know that you deserve it, Juno. You a star over here. I will reverse the card like Uno.
You're breathtaking.
I'm just grateful I know that this phrase Juno now is in there, and I know what that means. Before I had no idea what Juno is. But now I know. Now I know about the Juno.
Gucci.
That was well. That was Irish. Mon, that was Jern.
It's good, so it's Gucci.
Alex. Alex is like, nope. Get out of here, Kevin. Very fair, Alex. Very fair. He will have some dueling to do with Antonia soon.
My best friend.
My best friend. Your Gucci Crux. Crux, you know you can use the Gucci command as well. That is not for subs only. That's for everyone.
Gucci.
If you would like, but absolutely never any pressure to use the Gucci command. Thank you, Peter Stevies, for contributing to the new music video debut. Once we fill that bar up, the following stream, we will show off the new music video. Like a bunch of fancy animations.
Gucci.
Gucci, indeed. That was another one. Pfizer, those are for subs. The only one that's for non-subs right now is Hello and Gucci.
Hello there.
Say that. Hi, Peter.
Gucci.
Mon, you got this, Mon. You got this. I did, Mon, get a couple of new Gucci's, but I haven't added them in yet. Turn out the files were silent. It is SciArt Sunday, and we're working on Star Wars. Yes, Star Wars is the theme for the month of May. And so it's an Obi-Wan Antonia with a Darth Maul Kevin, because of course. Of course it is. So that is what we're working on today, Raiders. Just adding in some of the detailing right now on Kevin. Finalizing some of those colors. Then we'll blend everything together. I want to add a couple of extra effects on. And then we'll be all set. She was super stoked. What was her favorite birthday present? Do they have favorite birthday presents at that age? It's another, I suppose, question. Were you stoked, Mavis? I guess that's the more important question as well. Were you stoked? I was too, okay, awesome. Mavis, because of the flooded basement, usually little one and I on the weekends watch TV downstairs in the man cave on the nice screen TV, some Premier League. But since we couldn't go down there, I just watched it on the iPad in her room, which also meant that we were just playing with her toys because they're mostly in her room, and it was actually it was really fun. I was dadding it up, and I was so happy. Most of my immediate peers' kids are in their 20s. My peers, most of their kids are probably like 6 or 7 right now. Isn't anyone who could really take her to hang out? Yeah, I get that, Mavis. Yeah, even as she's getting older, she's too little to hang out with a lot of like people who I like aged of like high school and like college and everything of that group. They had kids earlier than we did. Some of them, the kids are already out of the house, in fact. Which we are not on that level yet. But eventually, we'll find some peers for her to have fun with, I hope. Love you, Crux. Favorite present was Super Wings. What is Super Wings, Mavis? It sounds like could be a game or it could be a drone. Either way is totally good. And then for those coming on in, we are having a movie night. Andrew! Thank you for the 200 biddies, Andrew. You amazing soul. We are having a Discord movie night tonight. We're watching the cinematic masterpiece, The Mummy. If y'all want to join us for a movie night, it is open to everyone. Just got to join the Discord. Little man is 3 and we feel the same way. Most of our friends are still in the party phase of their lives. Tarzan, Lita and I never had that. We just, we had our kids late because a lot of it just timing. Like, honestly, we thought there was never, let's see, Transform Bots. Oh, that's so adorable, Mavis. Mavis, you are such a good dad. I could see Mavis buying these and going to the store and getting these. Mavis, that is adorable. You're an amazing father. I love that, Mavis. I can see you smiling ear to ear doing that. I know, we found the perfect angel. Coffee, because it's so much in our careers. It was said, like, because we were like, well, we should probably... Towards night! Towards night, thank you for the tier 1 gifts to the class. Calico! Thank you, Towards night. For that tier 1 gift sub. Thank you, Professor Knight. Appreciate you, Professor Knight. We were told, Coffee Rocks, by like advisors too, of like, oh, you shouldn't have kids in graduate school because you're supposed to be working. Class Calico, thank you for thanking Towards Night for that tier 1 gift sub. Appreciate you. And so Coffee, we were told don't have kids because you should be working, and then the same thing was told to us during postdoc, and then it was like, well, then do you have kids when you make professor? And then there's never, like, they're like, well, no, you can't have kids then when you get the professor position because you need to work on getting tenure. And so Coffee, if we listened to everyone, it would have been not until, I don't know, we were in our 60s that we could have had kids. Yeah, Crux, you can DM me or whisper me, whatever is easier for you. For me, DMs in Discord are usually easier. My Twitch whispers get lost because usually I wait to check those until I mail out the item in there. Drown while I might look old. Drown. I'm not yet that old, Drown. Possibly. I don't know, Drown. Maybe? Drown, maybe? It does not, Towards Night. It does not, Towards Night. Towards Night, how dare, sir? How dare. Towards Night, poor someone's going to ask a personal question and be like, oh, Ariella, welcome back. Welcome back, Ariella. How you doing? Well, so Ariella, we left those positions because it was, well, it was destroying our health on a lot of levels. It's unfortunate, but it was one of those labs where it was like you get you have to work on the same, like, you're getting on a project and then you're competing against someone else in the lab, and whoever gets the final point, like, finding gets the paper kind of deal. And it was like there were people sabotaging each other. It was an absolute disaster of a place. Needs that up? No worries at all. Thank you, Mavis. Thank you, Mavis. Appreciate you, Mavis Games. I'm in grad school. Epic of Sam, thank you for the biddies. Thank you, Epic of Sam. And my significant other is in grad school right now, and my SO is my partner. What is SO? For the face, and then we're gonna blend our colors, and then we'll be all set. Thank you, Ariella. Yeah, we were talking science beforehand too. Yeah, so Ariella, my wife and I went to undergrad at Emory, where I got my master's and my bachelor's. They had a program where you can get both at the same time. And I was in this lab where Lita worked, and she and I joined the lab at the same time. She was getting her master's in public health at the time. And then we started dating. We went to Dartmouth together. She went a year earlier. But we ended up joining the same lab, and we worked together there for 6 years, got our PhDs, and then we were postdocs in the same department for a few years. And now we are got new gigs or looking for new gigs as well. And then she also does the stream with me sometimes too. She hasn't been on as much ever since she was pregnant with the little one. It's been stop and go, but she hopes to come back soon. Eventually, when the little one goes to sleep early, she'll be back on. The goal is to have her back on Fridays, but until the little one starts going to sleep early, we can't yet do that. Love any time you're able to spend here. Crux, we're grateful to have you here, Crux. And then tonight, y'all, we'll be having a special Discord movie night. I have to say, Tim, sorry, Nady. Nady, make sure you click on the ferret emojis. They are in the rules section. There's 2 of those little emojis. If you click on those, it grants you access. It's just that extra added layer of security. That with the 10 minutes, just because we got some smellies in there once, Nady, and they were quite rude and horrifying to people. And so to avoid the smellies, we have the cooldown in place. That's why we have it. Partner and I both in the same department with different labs. Nice, Ariella. Ariella, most labs don't go for the same couple in the same lab. But we got lucky in that we were not yet engaged when we joined the same lab in graduate school, but we got engaged. I can't remember if that was actually 2013 or not. I think it may have been 2013. So while I was doing my rotations, we got engaged. So before we fully joined the lab, I was already engaged to my wife, now wife. And the reason is because Ariella, I know we had this issue actually. If people get engaged or are dating but not necessarily stable and they end up breaking up, then some folks end up, it'll either be really uncomfortable or you end up losing both people or you losing one of those people, which is less than ideal for the lab itself. So I think that's why some people are kind of spooked by it. Nady, thank you for understanding about the Discord. It's not trying to gatekeep against you, just trying to gatekeep against the smellies. Yeah, it was very uncomfortable the one time we had it, because it was they had been together like 7 years, and then they ended up breaking it off. And unfortunately, I really, really liked the gentleman, and because he was actually one of my besties, and like he left 2 weeks after. That was, I was really, really saddened by that, because again, like, I was quite miserable there, and he was like one of my like shining lights, as it were. We still chat though. He's very happy now. He's got 2 beautiful children, a lovely family. He's even now he decided to be a full-time dad, but he does comedy shows as well. So he's Up in Maine, he does he's doing the comedy circuit, which is I think quite cool. So he's like following his dreams and everything. Really proud of the guy. Really proud of the guy. So that was Ariella. That was actually a different our grad school lab, Ariella. Let me give you an example. Before I do give you the example, please go follow our friend Yoga Girl. She is a supermodel in the country of Canada. She is a Tetris 99 professional gamer. She's also a Lego builder. And she is one of our best friendos. Please go follow Yoga Girl. So when we were in this lab as grad students, my wife's father passed. And we had to go pick up his ashes. Like, so we were in the hospital for a few days before he passed, and then we picked up his ashes. And we had to take a day. Like, we had to go pick up his ashes on a Friday. And our boss gave her so much shtick for it. He's like, I don't understand why you need to take all this time off. And she's like, I need to get my father's ashes. And he's like, I don't understand why other people can't do it. You have work to do. And that's the kind of atmosphere that we were working in. You're the best. Are you ready for them? Are you ready for who? Who? Yoga Girl. Who are we ready for? Who are we ready for, Yoga Girl? Yoga Girl, how are you doing, Yoga Girl? Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Yogurt. Oh, for Gwen? For Gwen P. Sorry. No. Don't you dare, Smikes. About ashes, Lita's boss was throwing a huge fit about her going to get her father's ashes after he passed. Like, he almost like threatened to fire her over it. I love you, Yogurt. Our department is molecular cell biology. Specifically ended up studying genes differentially expressed in age. Ooh, that was part of my graduate school. Probably should have joined the genetics department. My PhD journey has been very complicated in general. I get that on Ariella. Yeah. Our department actually, Ariella, when I was a grad student, the department got shut down because it was part of the medical school. We were the genetics department, and the dean of the medical school put the med school $30 million in debt. And when he put them $30 million in debt, he turned out he was also a public speaker, and so they told him, they're like, either you give up your public speaking and become a full-time dean, or you quit. And he was like, well, I make $300,000 every weekend that I go do these talks, so I'm gonna quit. And so he left with $30 million in debt, and he'd also done a curriculum redesign for the med students where he hired his friends. Sandra, I can get Willow for you. Willow the penguin. Thank you, Sandra. So they reorganized. So they fired Landra 50 professors. 50 professors were fired, and the remnants, whoever was left over, that all the departments got nerfed and merged into one unified department called molecular and systems biology, which is just a catch-all term for all the leftover things. Only a family member or someone, your legal proxy, can collect ashes. Yeah, so Alex, he was saying he told her that her stepmom can go pick him up. Alex, Lita's stepmom is many things, but on top of social things, she is not. Like, his last few days of life, she was working, and she refused to come into the hospital. In my mind, that wasn't grief dealing with, that was just her personality, and she was like, I don't have time to pick him up. So it was like, Alex, it was us. Like, we had to do the pickup. It has to be it can't be a wife? Really? Huh. Because a stepmom as in, like, he was married to her. I'd imagine maybe that she'd be able to do it. But yeah, like... So she was scolded and threatened to be let go over that. And Lita just lost it. She's like, fine, fire me. I'm out. She did not get fired, but... That relationship was soured after that, as you can imagine. Hi, Asaria. How you doing? Welcome in. Asaria, we're doing SciArt Sunday. Working on some Star Wars characters today. Oh, really? Huh. That's interesting, Alex. I didn't know that. Even if she legally didn't have to pick him up, obvious personal emotional decision, right? Like, only appropriate response is I want to pick up my father's ashes, of course. Yes, Ariella, yes. That's what my thinking was, too. But Ariella, this is also the professor where, in grad school, I will tell you, I probably didn't learn a thing. And I wanted to learn how to do a Western blot before I left. And so did Lita. And he told us, graduate school is not a time for learning. You can learn it on YouTube or when you're a postdoc. And so that was the mentality that we were dealing with most of graduate school, is that if you wanted to learn something new, it wasn't going to be featured for it. Royal secretary for your funeral parlor, part of what I have to deal with. Yeah, gotcha, Alex. Alex, you've lived a beautiful life, by the way. Gonna try to be there at movie night tonight. Crux, we hope to have you there. Yeah, chat, we have a movie night tonight on Discord. Starting in about an hour and 15 minutes, we're going to be watching the cinematic masterpiece, The Mummy, starring Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz, Arnold Vosloo, and Oded Fair. So make sure you join the Discord so you can hang out with us for movie night. It's usually really chill, loosey-goosey. We just we type stuff in the chat and we just chuckle a lot. And you had a weird one. I love your face, though, Alex. Guys, here is the Discord link again if you need to join. Yes, and yes, Yoga Girl is right. Today is actually the release anniversary of the original Mummy in 1999. It was released on this day in 1999. Yogurt, I saw that today and I was like, that's serendipitous and beautiful. Get it? I had one PI who was bad enough, he got fired. Another PI suddenly abandoned his whole lab for industry. See, Ariella, we've never had anyone fired. Although they all probably should have been. The last one, Ariella, yeah, it's what Smike said. The PI made too much money to be fired. And there was even situations where one of the students was actively messing with my experiments and contaminating the samples. And I got it on video and I was told, well, I should work harder. It's not a good atmosphere. And then when I told the department about this, they're like, yeah, you know, she's known for this. I'm like, so this is okay? And like, there's nothing we can do. Hi, Little Panda. Welcome in, Little Panda. Yogurt, unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to animate the Mummy characters. Yogurt, did you see the Mummy characters that we made, Yogurt Garrel? We did 2 of them, Yogurt. I still have to do Evie, and I have to do Arnett Bay. But Yogurt, I wanted to animate them, but this week has been a disaster in terms of like personal time. Like the basement flooded. Lita lost, you know, her health insurance. It's been a whole week, so. Old PI was incompetent, so he couldn't get any grants. He used to call me toxic and unqualified for not doing bizarre experiments he wanted me to do. But I'm still here, and he's gone, so maybe I wasn't so unqualified after all. Listen, Ariella, that PI told me... Or no, sorry, that PI told one of our postdocs when we were in grad school. The postdoc kept asking questions about, like, the work that she wanted to do. And she was like, well, I want to do something that'll eventually get me grants, and I need to talk to you about how to do this. And eventually she told her that he finds her grating and stressful to talk to, and that he just can't handle it, and so she just needs to take her problems elsewhere. It was like, that's an interesting way of mentoring right there. Be like, you know what? You're very stressful to talk to. Just go bother someone else. Was the mentality there. Our poor Ariel is like, where did I come to? I thought this would be... No, we are very science positive here. I just have gone through a fair bit of stuff that makes me... nervous about the whole system, right? About how the system runs. There's a lot of good labs out there as well. Like my best friend Nate, he's a professor at Illinois State, and he's a great professor, and he cares about his students, and so does his wife. But it feels more and more like that's a rarity, unfortunately. Look in the mirror and sees at who it picks up for leadership. The problem is, Ariella, is that like selects like, just like this scientific rule. And by the time you make it, like, in a high enough position to change things, either you've been corrupted and changed, or you were like that to begin with. Because those that would change it aren't allowed. Hi, Crux. Natus, thank you for the alert. Find your drawing light box. Sorry, very cool. Sorry, may I ask, what is the drawing light box? Is it a light box like fire, like pyrography, or is it totally different? And if it is totally different, I apologize for my not being able to know. Some people fail. Yeah. Might not make it to leadership. I'm loud and proud of my principles. Ariella, may I suggest that you apply to the Early Career Leadership Program? So it's run by, in part, me at the Genetic Society of America. And it is free training for graduate students and postdocs on an international scope in genetics. And it doesn't have to be genetics related. It's just, we do a lot of professional development stuff. We do a bunch of fancy things. I can get you a link. And yeah, I don't get any coin off you joining. Box with a light that allows you to see oh, gotcha. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, Ariel, they're not, applications aren't yet open. They'll be open in the fall. It's a yearly application process. It's a 2-year appointment, but it'll be open for application, opening up pretty soon. And it sounds like that would be something that you, maybe, hold on, let me just bring it up. Maybe in case anyone else is also interested in it. There we go. So there we go. Let's see. That's a 29-minute video. We're not going to watch the 20-minute video, but there's like a whole application process there of how people went through the application, what it was like for them, what they learned from the application process, what tools they get access to, like a bunch of really neat things. And I know it's a little bit self-horn tooting, but I think we run it quite well, and it gives students a lot of opportunities, especially from labs that otherwise they wouldn't have. And it's open to anyone who's a graduate student or a postdoc equivalent. So it actually turns out in some countries there's not postdocs, but they have things that are like roughly the same. And so it's a little bit on that. Yes, Yogurt, Ariella is a amazing science artist. Yes, you do not have to be in the genetics department. So Ariella, it's called the Genetic Society of America, and we put on conferences that are genetics based, but you do not have to be in the genetics department. I was in the Department of Molecular and Systems Biology, and I was part of it as a student, and now I'm helping run it. It's a great opportunity for professional development, especially in areas that don't give their students access to such things. Yeah. No, I didn't ghost you, Smikes. I was supposed to go to Chicago Hi, NMD. How is the kitty cat? I was supposed to go to Chicago, Ariella, for the fruit fly meeting, but the little one was born in January and she wasn't sleeping through the night, and Lita was having some medical issues, and so we decided it would not be wise for me to leave even for a couple of days. I'm not going to the other conference that was scheduled for June of this year for the same reason, because that I would have been gone a week and we just got worried. But next year I do have to go to a conference in March. Like that's an all hands on deck event. There's no getting out of that one. So that is the plan for that. NMD Yogurt Garrel got a new kitty cat by the name of Marley. Yogurt Garrel. Definitely looking into some bit of a black sheep research topic wise on my floor because I've shuffled around, always looking for new opportunities. So what's cool, Ariella, is the program actually helps facilitate if you're interested in other things as well. We've had people that actually join science policy programs after being in the early career leadership program. We've had some people go into science writing, academia, industry, and like all the things. And it's like whatever you want access to, we have it. Which is, I think, a very unique opportunity. And Yogurt, we're working on a Star Wars characters today. That's the theme for the month for SciArt Sunday. And yeah, Ariella, we've had people from very different research backgrounds in the program, you know, ranging from they're actively in research or they went back to research after a long hiatus from it. So there's no wrong or right answer. It just depends honestly on the candidate and why they want to join. That's the most important part. And there's like subcommittees that people have projects on and that they get the support of the society. It's really cool. Go. I'm getting these colors in. Funny because I ended up on the bone and mineral diseases floor, and I work in C. elegans worms, and worms don't have bones. But they do get diseases, and they have transgenerational inheritance of behavior, and they're just, they have the Dowers stage. We've done C. elegans deep dives, too, and actually, the reason why, Ariella, if you hit the command, what is the command for this? Shock. The reason Ellie the nematode gets shocked is because there was a study that came out a few weeks ago, and it demonstrated that nematodes have electric fields around them, allowing some parasitic nematodes to fly out of the water. And that's why that nematode has an electric shock on her, because of that paper that we discussed on a Science News Friday. And also, Smikes really wanted a nematode. And I do a lot for Smikes, so he does a lot for us as well. So it's a beautiful mutual love. All right. Worms is such a great model for so many systems. They're underappreciated. I think on a broad community, I hope not. I've always appreciated worms. I think yeast are becoming very underappreciated. Thank you, Dacum. Thank you, Dacum. Now NMD needs to get a baby. I mean, Gwen. Baby Alona does need a playmate. That's the thing we were talking about earlier, Gwen, is she doesn't have any playmates right now. It's a whole thing, Gwen. It's a whole thing. Hi, Andrew. Andrew, you missed the Google Docs, by the way. I even added you and everything, Andrew, and I didn't see your Google Docs response. Made me sad. They don't have them at PetSmart? Sometimes they do. But Andrew, listen, you would always know bars. You don't need Google Docs to know bars, Andrew. You're a bars wizard. In fact, Andrew, I would go so far as to say baralicious. Playing fetch with the doggos? No worries, Andrew. How are the doggos doing? How are you doing, Andrew? Did you have a great weekend, Andrew? Andrew, I love your face. You're so kind and loving and breathtaking. Poor Darth Maul in here. Darth Kevin. Dacum, don't worry. We'll have a Darth Antonia fighting a good Kevin as well. We'll do that. Don't worry. It'll happen. Dacum, it'll happen. And if y'all are enjoying the Star Wars, there are a couple of Star Wars themed emotes that we now currently have. Those will be switched out in June, but I hope y'all enjoy them for now. And we're also, there's another seasonal emote right now of the Antonia smelling the flower. That'll be switched out in June as well. So make sure to get those, get the use out of both the bee, that Antonia smelling the flower, as well as the Star Wars emotes. Those are around here. What channel? So Lady Lara Croft, if you scroll down in the Discord, there is a channel called Watch Party. There's a second one called Watch Party Chat. What's weird, Lady Lara Croft, is that the only one that I can tag is the Watch Party Chat versus the actual Watch Party channel. But I will add everyone and tell them to go to the Watch Party Chat, and then it's right underneath it is the channel where we'll be watching. Thank you, Smikes. I guess since Smikes knows how to do it, maybe I'll ask Smikes to make the announcement on the Discord, because I don't know how to tag that channel, Smikes. To let everyone know that, hey, like, Discord movie night is starting. I haven't seen it in a while. I keep bugging Lita. I'm like, do you want to watch it with me? And she's like, you know, if you want me to sit there with you. Like, how could you not love this movie? It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Yes, Ariella, we have nematodes sometimes on the stream. We've done planarian experiments on the stream. We've been hunting tardigrades with... Sometimes we have success, sometimes we don't, which it makes it, I suppose, extra silly. I quote from that movie often, Lady Lara Croft, perfect. Lady Lara Croft, you swear? She'll know what that means. She'll know what that means. The movie is PG-13, folks, just so y'all know. That's not a mommy! This is a mommy! No, Smikes, that's the daddy. That's the papa, Smikes. Perfect. I figured you would, Lady Lara Croft. Ah, thank you, Andrew CZ. Can we grow triops? What do you mean? What do you mean, Tarzan? Tarzan, I read that as tripod, like a camera tripod. I then read it as Triceratops, and then I read it as I have no idea. Watched the movie as a kid and it came out, it low-key traumatized me. I'm sorry. I watched it as a kid and it low-key made me who I am today. I also very much enjoy the video games. Although Ariella, I realized that there was a Mummy 3 video game this year, and we have a PS2 hooked up to the computer as like a capture card, and we've talked about me living that video game for the first time on stream. We've talked about that possibility. How many you can keep in a colony? I was able to get 6 before crowding started my 10-gallon. Tarzan, we do not have the equipment for that, unfortunately. If we had the equipment, I'd be all for it, but we don't have a 10-gallon or really anything to grow it. We don't have the aerator for we just don't have the right equipment. Otherwise, Tarzan, I'd say yes, we can absolutely do something like that, but equipment is currently not available. Do every day. Excellent, Lady Lara Croft. Tarzan, I love it. I love it. I want to do more, you know, we want to do new experiments, additional experiments. And some are, again, like, cost prohibitive and space prohibitive. But I think we'll be able to get, you know, some more. One thing we wanted to do, Tarzan, was to get an observation hive. That is a beehive with a glass door that you can see inside of and watch their behaviors. That is a custom build, and that is rough price $2,500. And then we need to get the bees as well, and that varies on price too. But we've priced everything out. It just needs to eventually happen. The first thing we'd want is actually another PC that could run a full-time view of it, so we can have our secondary channel just always doing a live stream of it. So you can always look at the bees if you wanted to, and then if you come here, you can do a redemption to check in on the bees. Is like the thought process behind it. Parents literally never let me watch a scary movie again. I was 9, just couldn't handle it. No, I gotcha. RL. We got the first scary movie I watched. I think kind of scary as a wee laddie. I think Jurassic Park, and my dad edited it. We watched it on VHS, and he recorded out some parts. And now when I watch Jurassic Park, I still see things as like, oh, this is the extended version, because you get to see like people be eaten that I didn't get to see as a kid for most of the movie. Bees are smart. Bees are really smart. Sorry, my Lita, my wife, she worked with them as an undergrad. And Lady Lara Croft, unfortunately, carpenter bees don't make honey, and we'd want some honey too. Like, if we ever get a big property, that would just be fun to have, is some bees on site that we can, you know, get fresh honey from. The observation hive that we're talking about, though, that doesn't get big enough for them to produce more honey than what we're able to actually eat. Or that we're able to eat any of it. It's just enough honey for them to survive, so you don't want to take out any of their honey. So the sole purpose is just to learn from that one. Which is okay. And the observation hive actually sits in the house. And it's at the Gorbit's kid. Oh, I want to see the T-Rex. No, so that I saw, Alex. I remember most of the beginning was edited out. Like when the guy's arm gets sucked through the grate by the raptor. That's a new one. And then there was a couple of other things that I don't remember as vividly. And then he also let me watch an edited version of Independence Day. And I still will see the parts of that alien movie. I'm like, oh, that's a new scene right there. Lita's like, what do you mean that's a new scene? I'm like, oh yeah, it's not actually a new scene, but. Remember loving dinosaurs, really into dinosaurs. I loved Land Before Time. Oh, that's a great one, Ariella. And Sharptooth in the next one. Baby T-Rex, come on. Actually interesting, an idea that you can make in video games, make them less scary. Some of them allow you to make them not see that movie or option for movies. Yeah, Lady Lara Croft, there are some, when I'm playing Resident Evil, Lady Lara Croft, you can set the background brightness. And so if I play any kind of scary game, I set the background brightness on a little bit high so that it's less scary. Let my 5-year-old son watch Jeepers Creepers when he was 5. A huge mistake. He was 15. 15 good now, 25 years old. Yeah, luckily we don't really watch horror movies in the house, so I don't imagine that baby Alona will want to watch those, but I guess with her friends you never know. I love the way that you play video games. Andrew, I think you're being silly pants. It's like, Blaine, you defeat the whole purpose of how you're playing. Yes, I do. I'm playing for fun. I'm playing to get away from the stress, not to add more stress. I don't need more stress. Chomper. Oh, he was a sharp tooth. Chomper was a sharp tooth. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Alex Vixen. Chomper, that's right. The baby sharp tooth. God, there were like 8 of those movies. Teeth, I have heard about it, Tarzan. I have not watched it. We also don't watch any zombie movies in the house because Lita is terrified of zombies. So, no zombie movies in the household. Which, again, you're playing Resident Evil. Yes, I know. Lita is not around when I play it. Although sometimes she sits down and watches, and then she like sits and watches for 5 minutes, and she's like, "Oh, I gotta go." I'm like, "Honey, you knew what I was doing when you sat down." Baby shark do 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 do. Indeed, Crux. Indeed. Could live your whole life without watching it. Teeth. I would think so, Tarzan. I would. That sounds like when I saw the preview for the movie Tusk. It's another one there. I was like, but there was never watching that one. Never ever. You have this far. Andrew. How dare, Andrew? How dare? Alright. Alright, getting close, y'all. Getting close. I gotta hustle, because movie night is in 50 minutes, and I want to take a little break before then. Beekeeper can can get something called the golden sting. If they can become allergic, then they stop beekeeping. Yep. Yeah, sorry. That's 100% true. That's the same thing of actually a lot of different allergies can come at a moment's notice if you've never had it your whole life and all of a sudden it kicks in. NMD, remember I said that probably won't? NMD, I'm pushing NMD. NMD's like, Balint, you're so bad. I'm like, I'm sorry, NMD, I'm sorry. That's fair. That's fair. Want the movies? We will have the movies, Crux. Don't worry. Don't worry, Crux. We got this, Crux. And no, I'm gonna sit back and chillax during that movie, because I get the Sunday scaries sometimes where I'm like, man, I wish I really had another like batch of the weekend left. Yeah. Hi, Spenzo. Welcome in. Psychological, the more movies I can't do with. Yeah. You said 9, and NMD said 7:30, then we agreed on 8. We agreed on 8. Smikes, or did you and NMD agree on 8, I think is more likely. But I am trying, Smikes. I am trying. We're near done, Smikes. We're near done. I want you to have this joyous peace in your life, Smikes. I want you to be able to smile, laugh, and chuckle at this. Brains, because I mean, grains, drains, sanes, and then trains. Because you know it would be so. I'm so sorry, NMD. NMD, how is Marley doing? Did you figure out a food for Marley? Have you told him that you love him yet? Do you love him yet? It's a good question, NMD. He's doing so good. Excellent. You buy a first aid kit with an EpiPen. I am not sure, Lady Lara Croft. For some reason, I think that those have to be prescription. There was a snafu about that when I was younger, that at swim meets, people were giving themselves an epi shot to blast adrenaline into them so they can go faster. I know that was a thing. I imagine it's not so much a thing, but it was something. At least at one point. Yeah, I think so too, Music Girl. Alright, let's take away the secondary lines. Boop. We'll add in a little effect here. Alright, opacity. Alright, a little bit darker. A little bit less dark. There we go. That's a nice little effect there. And we'll go ahead and add in our spray, blend our colors, and we all Gucci. Hi, Aldona. How are you doing? Welcome on in. How are you doing today? No you, Dacum? No you. Thank you, Crux. But we all know it's actually Dacum. Dacum is breathtaking, kind, and amazing. Right, Dacum? Right, Dacum. Not even a question, in fact. Dacum, I hope the hockey game is going well. And that your team has won, Dacum. Eldana's stream is going well. We're just wrapping up this art piece. We're doing, it's SciArt Sunday, so we're doing science art, and the theme of this month for SciArt Sundays is Star Wars. And so we're doing a Star Wars Antonia and a Star Wars Kevin today. And we'll be doing other Star Wars characters throughout the whole month. We got one for Gwendolyn P. Gwen demanded there be a Jar Jar Antonia, so we'll do a Jar Jar Antonia. We'll probably also do a Luke Skywalker Kevin. We'll do a Queen Amidala. We'll probably do a Han Solo and Leia. Probably a Rey. We'll have fun with it. He has thoughts. It's okay. If you don't know, even allergic is something you have a bad reaction. Yeah, Lady Lara Croft. The hope is the first time you have it, you don't need that EpiPen, I suppose. Which, you know, may or may not be a dangerous approach. Alright. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Chat, we got this. We got this, chat. Cool. Thank you, Dacum. And I'm even on the right layer, Dacum. Can you imagine, Dacum? It's like, how dare, Belent? How dare you even be on the right layer? There we go. Cool beans. What is that, Tarzan? I apologize, Tarzan. If that is something Star Warsy, then I have disappointed myself. Go. Changing my name to Ryan Reynolds? Towards Night. Why would you change your name? Why would you want to be anyone but you, Towards Night? Towards Night, listen. You know how when some people come up to you and be like, hey, would you rather be X or Y? What I want you to say from now on, Towards Night, is, why would I want to be anything but myself? It's a very healthy mentality to adopt, Towards Night. That way, to love yourself for being you, not for being who you're not, Towards Night. Smaller characters. Yeah, go ahead and drop the link, Tarzan. Absolutely.
My name is Gwen Stacy. I was bitten by a radioactive spider.
Indeed. Just heard that Ryan Reynolds said he... Yeah, Andrew, that makes sense. That makes sense, Andrew, because Professor Knight, Andrew, as we know, is just absolutely breathtaking. And that makes the most amount of sense, I think. That is a giant link. Thank you, Andrew. So when all of a sudden you're like, wrong link. Yeah, holy Toledo, Batman. That's a link. Is it even a link to the past? Whoa! Thank you, Alex. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Tarzan. I do not think we'll be doing this guy as an Antonia, but maybe next year. Tarzan, we gotta do the other ones. Knows that I'm used to chats to delete links by default for some reason. It's okay, Andrew. Andrew, people haven't lost the right yet to post links. That's not to say they won't ever lose the right, but I only nerfed Tarzan, that additional one, just because it was another monster link. That's
In
all.
dreams, one
Quaff
is
the
not
Raven.
tethered by earthly limitations.
What does that mean?
Come.
Sleep well, Quaff the Raven nevermore. Sleep well, Quaff. Have a good one. Thank you for hanging with us. Greedo is lovely. Uta tuta solo. Jabba vaninchiko vanisha nita chani wanyoska. Wow, I'm so sorry, Optic. Here you triggered me into quoting Greedo. Now Optic is like, wow, he's totally out of his mind. I'm sorry, Optic. You knew it was to be true. That was Optic is like, oh god. I apologize, Optic. I hope you can excuse that terrible behavior. It was something. Thank you, Smikes. Love your face, Smikes. Smikes! Shoots first, ask questions later. But yes, Alex. Alrighty, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay. Details. Could have said Greedo. I mean, Tarzan, I'd rather you go for the obscure and out me as like not knowing enough of my Star Wars history. Because this way, Tarzan, I've learned, you've learned, we've all learned. We've even learned about link posting. We learned about the character. We're having fun. It's all Gucci. Sorry, Jar Jar has been requested. And it was requested early enough where it was added to the month queue. That will be done. You're going to have a Jar Jar Antonia. That is courtesy of Gwendolyn P. here in the chat. Gwen really heavily was pushing for Jar Jar. She said it's her favorite character. She said she would be
Gucci.
She said she would be distraught if we did not do Jar Jar. And so we said, okay. The Blint was going to have me on screen to quiz him. Yes, indeed, Andrew, CZ. Indeed, Andrew. Absolutely, Andrew. I won't do super hot, Andrew, but, you know, it's really the thought that counts, right, Andrew? It's like I tried. I had fun trying, Andrew. No, that's nonsense, Andrew. That's not how America works, Andrew. The world works. I will not be giving Baby Alona participation trophies, Andrew, CZ. She can win trophies the old-fashioned way by being good at stuff. Indeed. Like you in Jeopardy, you're breathtaking in Jeopardy, Andrew. I mean, NMD schooled everyone, but it's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. All right. That's good. Like, that's what she... NMD told me that she schooled y'all.
Gucci.
Gucci indeed, tactics. She just knew Uganda. She knows a lot about Uganda and Uganda as well. And Meganda, for that matter. Oh, Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. I'm sorry, Andrew. It had to be done. It had to be done. Gwen, it had to be done. Me Gonda, you Gonda, they Gonda, Gondwana, where are you going? Like on a gondola? Yo! Air horn on that one. Gwen's just like, oh my god, this is terrible.
It's Gucci.
Hi, the Lenina, welcome in. Who was Ilona named after? No one in the family. It's just a beautiful Hungarian name. Her middle name is after my grandmother. Ashwaubenon XD Tactics. How you doing? How you doing, the Lenina? Welcome in. You have to have the tomatoes, Gwen. Gwen, the boo command, sometimes people who come in and use it for the first time say that they thought it was going to be like a spooky ghost to scare me and not to boo at us. I think it's a facade, Gwen. I think that they know very well what it is, but they were just like, hey, I'm so sorry. I wasn't trying to do that. Weren't you? Maybe Gucci. Gucci indeed. All right, y'all. Lenina, we're doing some Star Wars art tonight before we have our Discord movie watch party. We're going to be watching a cinematic masterpiece, the Lenina. And you're invited to, madame, if you would like. Of course, no pressure at all. Cinematic masterpiece of The Mummy, the Lenina, that we'll be watching on Discord after the stream. We scheduled it for 9, so I'm just wrapping up here, adding in the final details before we raid out. You know, I'll take a quick shower so I can sit back and relax, and then we'll be movie nighting. Winding down and ready to face a crazy busy week. Same here, the Lenina. Our basement flooded on Monday, and I think we should be getting some kind of estimate today. Ish tomorrow. Hopefully they can come out and fix that, and still dealing with the insurance stuff. It's been it was a crazy week last week, and I can only foresee it being a little bit wild this week as well, but hopefully easier. Hopefully easier. The Mummy classic. You love her as much as I do. I might have to misunderstand what you said. Oh, gotcha, too, Chaddick. The Hell Ant is the best sample. Yes, that's what Gwen says. Which is, I mean, I think I agree with her. I don't know of another sample that good, Gwen. And again, it was like alive during the time of the dinosaurs, right, Gwen? So it has that going for it. It's unique biology. And it's really pretty, too. Gwen, I don't know if we'll be able to get another one, but it would be cool if we could. I did message them and asked if they have another one that's ever become, like, they ever don't need, then we'd love to have it, but I hope so, too, the Lenina. I know they have to replace a bunch of stuff. So that's less than ideal, but what are you going to do? Thank you, Gwen. Never any pressure for that, Gwen, but very much appreciate it. I did look there, Gwen, and with the current finances, I cannot swing an online Hell Ant. But I appreciate you. I am lucky enough, folks, to have some of Gwendolyn P's artistry. Still got to get some frames, Gwen. And then we can hang your artwork in Baby Alona's room. The cordyceps sample is really cool, especially preserved in an amber, because that's like a 1 in a, I don't know, presumably a very crazy tight metric for that to have happened. Hi, McZenith. Lord Kazette was very long and tiring, but in a good way. I'm glad it was in a good way, McZenith. I hope the whole weekend's been quite nice, and it's great to see you. Thank you for being here. Alright, getting close, y'all. Go. Nope. Wait, what happened? Sorry. What's going on with the live ants? Oh, so Andrew, number one is that they're behind me right now because with the basement flooding, we had to move that entire tank. So they're out of the tank in a plastic bin of a box, and there's no camera on them because there's no way that I could set it up. The queen died, and so I've contacted the vendor, and they said they don't have any in stock yet, but we got put on a list. But the real reason why right now there's just even not a video of the leftovers is because of the flood, and that actually put a fair bit of stress on them because it got it got far too humid in there, and so I'm trying to baby them, but I don't know what to expect, Andrew. They might not make it during this transition period, unfortunately. Which I don't know. I mean, at least there's no queen to also like have that, but still. Less than ideal. Less than ideal. It does suck, McZenith. It's one of those, they were on the younger side, the colony, and early on in life, they do have difficulty surviving. So I'm not the most surprised that something like this would necessarily happen, but we did everything that we could to make sure it didn't happen. And, but unfortunately it still did, so. Hoping that we can get past it and like get a new one soon. There we go, look at that. That was Gwen's favorite part. Chat, we did it. We finished. Grab the logo. Thank you, McZenith. But it was that kind of week, McZenith. It was that kind of week. Where I need everything crossed. Thank you, though, Lenina. We'll, I think I might try to animate this one. Thank you, Lady Warcraft. May try to animate this one, because I think it would be a fun one to have for the stream. But yeah, we finished one. What would y'all call this? Is this one piece or two? It's one piece but two characters. What do we call this for the prediction? Is this a one or a two? Two pieces? Okay. One? Uh-oh. Alright, it's 3-1. Oh, it's another one. 2, 3-2. 3-2, 3-2, 2 all right, 3-3, 3-3 now. Gwen back to 1, so 4-3, 4-3, 4-3, going once. 1. That's 5, 5-3, 5-3, 5-3, 5-3, 5-3. All right, 5-3 it is. So that will count as 1 then. The democracy is about 2. Then it's 5-4 tactics. All right, chat. We finished off this one piece tonight.